This is the second video from Kelso Consulting, public relations consultants, about preparing for CNBC. A lot of these tips will also apply if you're doing expert comment interviews for other broadcasters, TV and radio, but we're particularly talking about CNBC here. Now, the first thing to do is to make sure you're approaching it with the right mindset. If you go on to CNBC thinking it's business, I know all about that, don't need to prepare too much, then you're going to potentially crash and burn. You've got to think that CNBC in many ways is actually quite a tough gig. First of all, there could be 2 or 3 anchors firing questions at you from different directions. Often they have a guest presenter as well. Secondly, if you were to compare CNBC with other broadcasters, their people really know their stuff very thoroughly. They are doing business day in, day out in the way that a BBC or a Sky journalist rarely will. Also, many of them have backgrounds in the financial markets, so they know their stuff very well, they're not afraid to challenge, they're often full of caffeine as well. So it is a tough gig compared to, say, a more day-to-day BBC or ITV one, where the journalist probably doesn't know that much about business. They will be taking what you say about business at face value, more likely to get a challenge on public policy or ethical issues, whereas CNBC, they put those things to the side. It's all about the detail that their financial and investor viewers want to know about. So don't underestimate it as a tough gig. Having said that, they're there to make you look good, to give an informed interview for an informed audience. So it's not like BBC, the archetypal Today grilling or things like this. So the more you prepare, the better you will come across. So, what preparation should you do? Well, step number 1 is make sure you're familiar not just with CNBC, but the show you're going on. Here's a quick how to do it. The best way to get a good idea of the sorts of programs you're going to be appearing on, their format, how people are interviewed, is to go to the CNBC website. You can certainly watch it live via Freesat, Satellite, Sky, wherever. But if you go to the website, cnbc.com, go to the CNBC TV tab. Latest video is a good one to look at. This updates all the time with people who've been on recently. Typically takes about an hour for it to appear, and indeed you will appear here after your interview, and you can scroll down the ones from particular shows. Similarly, if you go to Europe TV, so say you're going to be on Squawk Box or Street Signs or whatever it is, you can look at the particular shows, and of course you're able to search it if you put in particular topics, see what people have been interviewed on recently. Okay, so this is the end of our second video on preparing for a CNBC interview and indeed getting the most out of it. The next 2 are, firstly, what happens on the day, and final one is how to make the most after it has been broadcast for marketing and reputation building purposes. We've also got a bonus video for clients only, which is all about dealing with difficult questions. And as a reminder, our aid memoir, which just gives a brief summary of the points we've covered, is available at this address underneath me from our website. Thank you very much.